there are already 6 DLC characters.
Yeah. So, me personally, I don't really give a shit, but I can see why other people would be like, seriously, you're basically advertising an incomplete game, what the fuck?
Here's my problem with it, is the fact that the first DLC character is one half of the boss of the main game.
Yeah, the first DLC character is Sigma.
Sigma himself is a DLC character.
Wow, that's kind of absolutely retarded.
He's also... Or you can get him day one by pre-ordering. He's a pre-order character, technically.
That's still shit.
That doesn't make it any better.
Now, just to be clear, the game's not even out yet, right?
Yeah, no, the game's not going to come out till... They gave us a date. I think it's September of this year.
So they've got a bunch of DLC lined up for a game that's not even out.
Yes.
Just to like flatline that right there. That's as simple as it is.
Yes.
That's absolutely retarded.
I will like anyone who's played fighting games with me knows that Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is one of my favorite fighting games to date. I love the Marvel vs. Capcom series in general, like all of them. If this is the first straw of me not getting this game. The 6 DLC characters on day fucking 1, and straw 2 is going to be if it's only MCU characters. I'm not going to bother. If there's nobody on the Capcom side, it really depends on the roster. But as the roster's going right now, this game does not interest me.
Yeah.
And it's really shitty to say because this is the last Marvel vs. Capcom game we're going to get for another fucking 5 to 6 years, if ever.
Let's be real about this. Why the fuck would they admit or advertise this fact? And why would they bundle it all at once at the start?
We don't know if they're going to be day 1. That's a speculation, but they're probably
only Sigma is day 1. The other ones you have to wait for.
Just fucking lie about it.
They're doing a Street Fighter V thing, except Street Fighter V wasn't dumb enough to advertise that they were going to have them all finished.
You're right.
Street Fighter V was just like, here's a season pass, we'll put DLC out eventually. No, this is like, yeah, we already have 6 planned.
Fucking
Jesus. I wish it's Capcom that's like fucking making these decisions, right?
When it comes to Marvel vs. Capcom, it's really a crapshoot because, as was revealed with the development process for Marvel 3, Marvel does have a big say in a lot of the shit that goes on in these games.
I just don't understand why they would make this business decision. It's not a smart business decision.
Well,
the problem is that people are going to buy it. They're going to buy it anyways. People will be pissed off about it, but there's someone to buy it.
Yeah, there's that, and then there's also the fact that because the Marvel vs. series is really fucking popular, they're basically just banking on people going, oh, Marvel vs. is going to pre-order anyway, you know.
My only problem, we'll get to the pre-order bonuses eventually, but those were released, and those are obscene. I feel like Capcom, I mean, even if it wasn't Capcom that made this decision by themselves, I feel like Capcom would have learned from Street Fighter V. Because Street Fighter V for the first sales quarter sold abysmally.
Yeah.
Dude, it's still the butt of jokes.
Yeah, it sold awfully because they put out an unfinished game.
Yeah.
Eventually people are going to get, this may not be the game where people get tired of it and don't buy it. It probably won't be because it's a Marvel vs. Capcom game. But eventually, people are just going to get sick of it and be like, nah, I'm not fucking with this. Mm-hmm. And part of me wishes that if they did it for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, people are just going to say fuck it and not get this is not okay. Is basically what I'm trying to say, and I wish people would kind of understand that if we hold that power to say no,
right,
at least in some small respect.
Yeah, but the ship sailed on that ages ago. Nobody has any self-control.
Yeah.
And then
not only that, too, we've discussed this before, but, I mean, granted, you could argue this was already the fucking case as it is, but, okay, let's say everyone got really pissed off about this whole ordeal, nobody buys Marvel Infinite, right? Literally nobody. Basically, what would most likely happen is whoever made this business decision, let's just say Marvel for the sake of example. We don't know if that's a fact. Let's just say them as the fucking example. they're gonna look at this and be like, oh, no one bought this, so no one cares about Marvel vs. Capcom. Well, no more crossovers. Bye.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah,
that's the problem we hold.
This is why everybody needs to send in a scathing letter about how shit their choices were.
Yeah.
And, like, last line underlined, P.S., it's not the game's fault, you're morons.
Yeah.
Also, if the game doesn't have any X-Men characters in it, I swear to God.
Chances are it's probably not if it is going to be MCU focused.
I'm aware.
Not even Wolverine?
Wolverine may not be in this game.
Well, let's put it this way. So far, it seems as though the rumors from this one source have been true. And you can basically confirm them to be true if the MCU thing does end up being real. In which case, if that rumor was to be believed, then Wolverine is going to be a DLC character. So,
because I feel like, Hugh Jackman jokes aside, I feel like Wolverine, alongside Ryu, is sort of like one of the poster boys of, or that's the way I always thought. He's one of the poster boys of the series.
Wolverine is the Marvel poster boy for Marvel vs. Capcom. It has always been that way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there you go. That said, though, I'd like it if they didn't use the fucking Spider-Man Homecoming version of Spider-Man. Jesus Christ, please don't.
I mean, they probably, if it's MCU, here's the thing. Here's the thing we both have to look forward to and be scared of. It's probably going to be the Homecoming version of Spider-Man. But the thing to look forward to is now we have a new game to see if we can fucking make Spider-Man viable. Fucking Lord knows he was trashed here in 3.
He was only good if Mame Spider used him.
Yeah, because this is the problem inherently with Marvel vs. Capcom, is this is inherently the problem with fighting games in general. There's always a character who does what your character's supposed to do better.
Right.
Why play Spider-Man in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 when you could play Spencer?
Right.
The all-around better character. So, hey, here's another chance for Spider-Man to be his Marvel vs. Capcom 1 self and actually do something.
Pretty much.
Marvel vs. Capcom 1, he was pretty good. Marvel 2, I don't even remember who was in the game, he was that bad. And Marvel 3 is pretty much the same way.
I play as him.
I know you do, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah. But,
Your Phoenix Wright playing ass.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
But, yeah. I honestly hope they don't do the worst case scenario and go, only characters who have shown up in those movies can show up. Because guess what that means? That means at the most, for people who don't know, Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel superhero. Cliche, I know, but he is.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Usually I would judge you, but with the shitting of Spider-Man in the past, years, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Again, I know that's cliche, but, here's where I'm going with this. Okay, yeah, Spider-Man will be in the game. You know what that means? It means the only other Spider-Man character we'd have even the possibility of getting is the fucking Vulture. And who the fuck cares about the Vulture?
I mean the Vulture. He steals people's youth.
I would main the Vulture as well, not gonna lie.
Also, the Vulture only did that in the 90s cartoon. That's where he was awesome.
Well, fuck you. That was the best cartoon.
No,
I know, right?
Now it's just the Vulture is a man